Good evening and welcome to Pin TV Live from Albert's Shed in Shrewsbury, brought to you by Muck-Off. We are here again. We've got a good studio audience. Thanks for coming, everybody. And we have our guest who will be introducing himself in a minute. I just want to say before we start, on YouTube, any questions, any comments, fire them off and we will hopefully try and respond, won't we, Stu?
We will.
So, I'll start. I'm Jim Buchanan. I ride bikes, test bikes. That's about it, really. I suppose some might say I'm a bike journalist, but I might argue that. And
You might argue that.
Our guest,
Ben
who are
LLewelin.
you?
Ride bikes, in between injuries.
Yeah.
Enjoy riding bikes. Having a go, innit? Keep going.
Keep trying, innit, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm Stu Hughes, I ride bikes too.
And over there in charge, the man behind the mixing desk.
Hiya guys, I'm Doc, I drink gin and ride bikes sometimes.
Doc's changed a bit, hasn't he?
Yeah, yeah,
He's got a lot of facial hair and not a lot on top now.
I thought it was
Yeah.
Jason Statham when I walked in.
I just turned my head upside down, boys.
Yeah.
He'd be ready for a
It
bit
suits
of
you,
dice
I
soon.
like it, Doc.
Yeah, it
You
does.
like
You look
it,
younger
yeah.
actually.
So as you can see, Billy has got a very posh GoPro mount on, but for some reason he's left his GoPro at home.
Times are hard.
Yeah, or other head-mounted cameras.
Are available.
Can't just
Yeah.
say GoPro, can we? So I think we need your story. Let's start at the beginning. About what, 3 weeks ago or something?
Yeah, about 3 weeks ago. Just trying to get me bike out set up. We're just going to go to France for the EWS.
All prepped up, weren't you? How far was this? Like a week before?
Yeah, about a week before, everything was going good. Bike was set up. I just had my forks back from Mojo. Had my forks back off of a good friend, so
Yeah.
brought them back and just get them set up really for him. Got a local trail by my house, one I've built, and I was just doing laps and laps of that really, just trying to get a feel, you know, different headset spaces, different angles, just trying to get happy if I got the bike boxed up, throwing away.
Yeah, we saw you that night, didn't we?
Yeah,
Out,
did, yeah.
Out riding and having
So,
a bit of practice together.
that's it.
And you decided, once we'd gone home, you decided to stay on, didn't
Yeah, I
you?
thought I was going to do a couple more runs. Went back down, saw Jade, went back down. She said, I'll come in for tea.
Yeah.
I said, I've just got to go and do one more.
Jade being the other half, who's with us tonight, is taking on a new role as carer
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, as soon as I started riding back up, because literally my trail actually finishes like literally on my doorstep, so it was like, it was 9:30, Jade said come in, I said I'll go and get another run, I'll be up and down in 15 minutes and go again. As I was riding up, always faithful when I was riding motocross, it's always every time, go and do that one more lap.
We never say it.
And it was in my head going up, I was like, that one more.
Oh, you were thinking it?
I was thinking it going up, yeah, that one more, but you know, carried on. So no, so I got up there, just started riding, felt good, bike felt good. Riding down the trail, nothing felt out of shape or nothing felt, it just felt really good, and all of a sudden it was just slapped, nothing, knew anything about it, and I was on my back.
Are we going to talk about this section?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I know the section, I've been up there with you, haven't I?
Yeah.
Several months before, and it's like 2 rock step downs.
So you got
would
like
that be right?
a rock slab that leads down onto another rock slab like that, and then you've got a gap, probably about a 4 or 5 feet gap, and then like a downside. So you usually do like hop onto the second rock slab, hop the gap, and on the downside. I had a good bit of pace going into it, and I'm not sure, but I think I might have jumped a lot.
You tried?
Well, I'm not sure if I come short on that, or I'm not sure if I jumped past that. All I know, I did a pretty good job on my rim.
I will say I've
Yeah.
ridden this section.
Yeah.
You haven't been there, have you, Stu?
I haven't had an invite.
So I went with him, and there was about. This is a different time. There's about 4 or 5 of us.
Trying to get Vinny to
And
jump
we were trying to get Vinny to do it, and Vinny didn't want to do it. And he was saying, "Oh, I'll get this one day." And I looked at it and I thought, "There's no way I'll do that. If I had 200 people with me, never mind on my own." And of course,
so it's quite decent.
Oh, it's a good gap.
It's a big gap.
I'll get it.
And it's.
I'll get it. Don't you worry, I'll get it.
Trying to do it on his own, I think, you know, there's a reason there's that saying "silly Billy," isn't there?
Yeah.
I will just explain to everyone who's seen our social media stuff about him coming on, might be a bit mixed up that we're calling him Billy and his name's Ben.
Yeah.
Why are you called Billy? What's
It's a nickname from school.
Yeah.
Just always has been.
So
yeah.
Ben is Billy, just in case you wonder what we're going on about. So we've got this gap.
Yeah.
You go for it.
Yeah, well, I just carried. The bike just felt good. You know, you just riding, everything just felt right. It just felt. So I was carrying loads of speed into it. And I had to do a brake loads thing. So I don't know if I cased on the hop or if I hit a rock the other side. Honestly, I can't say I don't. I just felt good. And all I knew I was on my back. I was on my back. With the back tyre hitting and just seeing the bike bounce like that.
Yeah.
Naturally, just thought straight away. I was like, oh, winded. Then went to move my legs and couldn't move my legs. And like, my left leg was like completely numb, no feeling. And my right leg was in spasm, just kicking out. I thought, right, I'm okay. I can't breathe. I can wiggle my toes. I thought I can wiggle my toes, so everything's good. I can wiggle my toes. I can't move. I thought, right, I've hurt myself, but I'm all right. But I don't want to move in fear of doing any more damage. I thought, obviously my spinal cord's okay, but it's got to be rubbing something for my leg to be in spasm, no feeling in the other one, or I've knocked it. Pretty cool.
And this was what time?
This was about, I said, about 9:30 I left home, so it would have been about quarter to 10.
At night?
Yeah, it was still light, so it was the day before the longest day, so it was light like way until about 10:45, 11 o'clock. So the plan was to get up and down the hill in the light. Obviously, Jay knew where I was. I'm a Strava, brand new Strava Premium, so he could have tracked me on there.
Did that work?
Me.
Did it do what it's meant to do?
Jay's going to log into that, but I never left her a login.
Do you want to just explain what that is?
Yeah,
a lot of people out there won't know what it is.
It's a really cool feature on Strava Premium, so you can actually, a third party can actually get your login details and track in and track your ride as you're going round. So if anything was to happen like this, something like that, say, oh, he said he'd be back in, he or she said they were going to be back in 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, that you log on your ride and see where you actually stop.
Oh, so that's how it worked. I thought it worked where if you stop for so long on your ride, it contacts them.
You can get a thing which sends
that's
up
a
alerts as
separate
well.
thing,
Yeah.
So it basically shows where you are at any given time.
Yeah, but I said Jade knew where I was. I was going up and down the same piece of trail. And I said, I had my phone with me. I was pretty calm. I said straight away, I knew what I'd done. I think I'd smacked my phone pretty hard when it happened at the time, because I went to ring 909 and so my phone completely froze, blocked, typical iPhone. So it like froze out, so I had to turn my phone off, like try and get my breath and turn it back on, got the phone back on. I think it was about, it was 9:56. I got through to ambulance service, a lady called Sally up at the Liverpool Exchange. And this is where just things spiraled the wrong way then. Things just went crap. I don't know if I was too calm or something like that. I spoke to her on the phone and said, look, I gave him a location. I said, A488 Bishop's Castle Tudor Road, Cordon Hill. I went onto maps, flicked up my maps. If you pinpoint location on maps, another cool thing, you know, pinpoint location on maps and flick it up, it gives you exact grid reference. So if you never get help to you or anything like that.
Oh wow.
So I flicked up.
You knew that already?
Yeah, I knew that. So I give him a grid reference. I said where I am. And I said I'm in pretty big trouble. I said I'm struggling to breathe here. I said I've broken my back. And then he went down the whole route. How do you know you've broken your back? I said I've had a few breaks, bits and pieces. I said I know my own body pretty good. And I said my one leg's numb. The other one's, I'm in spasm. The other one. I said I can't move. And I said I can't breathe. I said I don't want to move. And she went the whole thing. Your breathing sounds okay. And she promised me that someone's on the way. And then this went on for 45 minutes, and I said to her, my brain was getting quite laboured by this time. I said, look, I'm really struggling now. You said there's someone coming. She said there's a helicopter coming. Yeah. And she came on and on and on, and I was starting to panic then. So in the meantime, literally my mum and dad's house is at the bottom of the trail, right down the road. And I walk the dog up there at night with a head torch sometimes. So what I'll do, I'll walk up and...
Does he not mind wearing a head torch?
No, he likes it. You see the badge is better. Yeah, no, so literally I give my mum and dad a flick of the head torch. Yeah. So it's getting dark and they flick the kitchen light on and off, just say it's you, just I do like that. Yeah. And I see the kitchen light go on and off. And when this had happened, I thought, shit, it's my mum and dad. So I flipped the backlight onto my phone, held my phone up, and obviously because I didn't flash back, literally, Dad must have got something wrong, because they know I'm pretty swift up and down the hill.
And what sort of time is this now?
This is pushing on 11 o'clock.
And just to go back to that phone conversation, because I remember something you told me.
Yeah.
Did they say to you, is it true that they said to you, are you conscious?
Yeah, no, are you breathing, are you conscious, something like that.
Are you conscious?
It was daft.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was daft.
No, absolutely I'm cold. I'm sleep phoning.
Here's one I made earlier.
It was silly, but they said we had a second ambulance person. So basically, Dad got wind it was me. He shouted. I managed to shout back, but struggling to shout. Obviously, because I had like one lung working, so my other lung had completely collapsed.
Yeah.
So Mum and Dad got the way up to me. They got the way up to me. I thought in relief. In the meantime, Mum's trying to get hold of Jade and trying to sort out with ambulance people and people down at the bottom.
Yeah.
And put the ambulance lady on the phone, and she said, "I'm gonna have to hang up on you now. Obviously, there's somebody with you. Keep the line open." Okay. She hung up. This must have gone for another half hour. Then my breathing at the time was good. I was like,
And you're still on the phone?
"No, she's gone."
Oh right.
She's gone.
Okay.
Yeah, she's gone. So I said to Mum, I said, "You're gonna have to ring them back." I said, "This ain't good now." I said, you know me. If I'd have broken my arm and my leg, I'd have walked off that hill, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
And got help. I thought, shit, this ain't good now. So rang them back. I don't know, lost communication there or whatever. Was I too calm? I don't know. But they said got hold to a second person, went through everything all again, and in the end I got through to him. Said there was somebody on the way and Brecon Mountain Rescue on the way.
Right.
And they turned up at 1:30.
1:30.
1:30 with Brecon Mountain Rescue and Lanny Ambulance Station.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, they got it. I was South Wales.
God.
Yeah, so
Amazing.
bear in mind where Brecon is to us. I think it was just.
Breccon's, for anyone who doesn't know, Brecon in comparison to Shropshire where you were is
hour and a half.
At least an hour and a half. The other side of Hereford, isn't
Yeah,
it?
so-
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong. I said Brecon Mountain Rescue were absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Lanny Ambulance Service absolutely amazing. I said the first responders were absolutely awesome. When they got there, I said Jay got them up there in the end. So they come up, they got up to me, and straight away as soon as he saw me, he said his exact words were, "Why isn't there a helicopter here?" He said, "We need a helicopter now." And he was brilliant, James, the first responder back to me. They're absolutely awesome. He cut me stuff. So I think the first thing he did, because I was laying on the side of the hill, I didn't want to move because I'd land on my side. So I had this arm over the top of me, this lung had collapsed. So I was trying to hold myself up with this good arm so I could get myself to breathe with this one.
Yeah.
As soon as he got me, he managed to get me out of my gear, onto my back, onto the spinal scoop, and obviously I could breathe a bit better then, which is...
Just to let everybody know, because obviously we haven't mentioned it yet,
No.
just so that they realise what sort of condition you're in, what had you done to yourself?
I've broken 4 vertebrae in my back, collapsed my lung, and multiple rib fractures.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Just a scratch then.
Yeah, it's
Not
fine.
much.
So,
Yeah,
that's a good effort for you though.
Yeah,
You've had a lot of injuries, haven't
Yeah.
I severed my femoral artery before and almost bled to death.
you? Have you done that?
Yeah, when I was 13
You
years
just won't die, will you?
No, I just won't die.
No.
Waiting for this third time lucky, am I?
So your back, your vertebrae was it T4
It
to
was
7?
T3, 4, no, T4, 5, 6, 7, yeah.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
so that's kind of T1's your neck in it.
No, C's your neck.
Right.
So it's the first your back one starts, literally the ball at the back of your
Yeah.
neck.
So,
and
but
works down
T1's
from
at the top, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's down. It's just about probably starts probably just been between my shoulder blades down.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was lucky. I was really lucky. So I think I went over. I had a mark on my head here, so I'd hit my head. I'd hit my head, gone over on my neck, and they said the only way your lung collapses like that, you said you've got to have a slap right on your back. So it's like you've got a plastic shopping carrier bag, slap a carrier bag like that, and then 2 sides stick together.
Yeah.
That's when your lung collapses.
Right.
So I think I went right over and then
Oh, so it's not from your. I always thought it was from your ribs piercing it.
No,
when
the
they-
ribs didn't puncture it. It was literally,
Yeah.
I didn't pierce it. So the lung just collapsed, just knocked the wind straight.
Did a good job, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, but
So when I phoned Stu, just to interrupt you
Yeah.
quickly, and Stu being sort of speaks his mind, maybe a little bit like me, his instant reaction.
We are mates.
And
Just remember
tell
that.
me what you think about this, because I thought kind of the same thing as well, was silly twat. And you've got to admit, talking to people out there, what would you say to kids who are out on their own? Would you try something like that on your own?
Well, no, don't answer that. Because you'd say, yeah, it's fine.
No, what I would say was just be aware of what you're doing, be aware of your surroundings, know let somebody know where you are, take the phone, and just be genned up on what you're doing.
It's still not saying don't try gnarly stuff on your own. So I personally would say avoid the gnarly when you're on your own.
To me that wasn't gnarly, it's my own trail, it's probably the worst thing.
But have you ever cleared that gap?
I will do.
You've never cleared the gap and you tried it on your own.
I'll get it.
I think people can make their own mind up on that one. So
cool. Yeah, so back was when they got to me.
Yeah.
And then he rang for air ambulance. And bearing in mind, then I was told air ambulance don't fly at night.
Yeah, so that's something people need to know.
Yeah,
I didn't know
that. Air ambulance don't fly at night. So then they had to get they rang the Coast Guard and they come from St Athens, which is South Wales.
Yeah, I was going to say south of Athens. What's that
one? So basically, they got up to us and said, my luck again, just as things carry it, snowball out of control. So I'm on my back then. Helicopter turns up, I hear it coming down, I think I'm going to be off this hill soon, we're going to be away and we're going to get sorted. And the mist had come down on the hill, so the helicopter couldn't land.
Yeah.
It just couldn't compromise landing, so it had to land in the field below. And as I say, we're so lucky to have such a good mountain rescue team because they're absolutely amazing. The helicopter landed, they got the team there, they got another team from somewhere else. Sorry, I don't know who the other team is, and I apologise to them because they were absolutely amazing as well. And the two teams literally got me off the spinal scoop into like a sled, like an inflatable sled. They took me down that north side track. They carried me down that north side track down to the bottom.
How long did that take?
When I got to the helicopter, I think it was 25 in the morning. I've been on the hill 8 hours.
Yeah,
that's a long time.
From hurting myself to getting off the hill.
Is your Strava up at this point?
Huh? The Strava's still. If you want to check me Strava, it's still run. Yeah, it is up. Yeah. That's the longest time everyone's been down that trail. So I've got the car man the longest time. Yeah.
So, wow, that's not it over yet, is it?
No,
that on its own is pretty amazing, isn't it?
No, but so me and Jay got whisked off an helicopter. They were debating on fuel, so they're either going to go back to Carmarthen or they managed to phone through to get to Manchester Airport.
Yeah.
I got to land there, so they landed in Manchester Airport. Stuck in an ambulance, and then I got carted to the wrong hospital.
I don't know if it happened to you.
Yeah.
So, unbelievable. So, just to explain, how come you didn't go local like Oswestry, Gabowen, or it's because you had multiple
traumas? Yeah. So obviously Gabowen being an awesome bone specialist, orthopaedic specialist. It's to deal with the injuries I had at the time. It's not only did they have to try and address me back, first they had to inflate me lung, and they didn't know what else I'd done. At the time they thought I suspected broken pelvis. I suspected head injuries.
Yeah.
One thing I must say about this is, I don't care what people say about safety gear. Go and buy the best safety gear you can, even if it's for you, for your kids, whatever. If you're going to let kids do these sports, then I said if I'd have been knocked out, I wouldn't be here now. No. So I wouldn't have been able to call the ambulance.
I think if it had been winter, you wouldn't have been here now either, would you?
No, we're lucky. It was still night as well.
Yeah.
But I smacked my helmet. I did the Trolley Designs.
Yeah.
MIPS technology.
They cut it all off you, didn't they?
They did.
Didn't you say the bloke had had some new scissors?
I think he'd had some new scissors. He cut everything off. I was bollocker.
What did he cut off?
Everything. I was completely bollocker on there. But no, it was cool. But got there. But they said the trauma doctor said if I hadn't had such a good helmet, and I had a back protector on as well.
Yeah.
I said if I had my back protector on, it could have been a lot. I said,
you had a proper
Alpine Stars back protector on, yeah. And I said that obviously cushion the impact.
Just gonna pause it there a minute, and we'll continue with it with a minute. I think your pint was in the way or something then?
Yeah, it was nicely in focus.
Yeah.
Sorry about it.
Is it taking Stu's focus away?
Other beers are available.
No, it's orange squash.
So
it's focus, to be fair. So.
I think it's time for the Saks Underwear Crash of the Week, which is just going to look pathetic compared to what you're on about, isn't it? Really.
I should have a GoPro on, really, shouldn't I?
So this is from Dave Lawley, is it?
No, it's not from Dave Lawley. This is sent in. It's Ash Cottrell who's cashing. Adam Coxon actually sent the clip over to me, and it's quite a good one. Nice bit of drone footage this, and we got that one.
We got a delay.
Yeah.
We'll see it any second now. Here we go. Here's us talking.
I know that jump as well.
Where's this
horrendous.
at?
That's on the.
That's Morzine, that is.
Morzine.
Shit.
I've seen loads of
Proper
people
crash.
do that.
Really?
Yeah, it's like quite
Just
a
too
long.
short.
No, it's quite a long jump, but it's got a massive long run into it.
People hit it too quick.
So many, with respect, I'm not saying that you're not a good rider.
He is a
but
good rider. He is a good rider.
So
yeah.
many riders that are clearly not up to it hit that.
I'd have probably
straight
made it
over
look
bars.
easy.
Yeah, you'd have whipped it. No
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
Yeah, but they have a whip off on that, and so many people just straight.
So who was that again, Doc? What was the name?
Ash Cottrell.
Ash Cottrell was the rider.
Right, well, Ash,
good
if
man.
you send us your details via message on our Facebook page, I'll tell you how to claim your lovely, pointed right at the nuts then, Saks underwear with a pouch for your pooch.
Shall we just do a few comments quickly?
Yeah.
We'll razz through quickly. Stephen Porter, evening all. Evening, Steve.
We'll be talking about him in a minute, won't we? Isn't that the other shout out?
It could be.
Yes.
Yeah. Smiley BMX, hello. Tyler
Smiley.
Hughes, hello.
Smiley's on in a few weeks.
He is. Todd Buchanan says hello. Could have
Never
just said
heard of
hello, he's only sat here.
Never really.
Coiny Robert Loynes, hello. Mr.
Coiny.
Crookshire, good to see you up and about, Bill.
Cheers, Crooksy.
Just lots of chit
Lots
chat
of
between
AOPs.
different people.
Good one.
Rad Racing says, sorry you can't make it tonight. Stuck at work, blah blah blah. Yeah, Tim Lever says GPS personal locator beacons are worth carrying if you do a solo ride.
Some helmets have them
Carry
on,
on.
don't they?
Yeah.
You can buy helmets that have got them fitted. Is that right, Sandy? Where's he gone? He disappeared. He's on the blower.
Yeah, so
Trying to sell someone a bike.
Adam Coxon says, just for the record, Ash can ride a bike very well.
Yeah, he's a good rider.
Not in that particular instance.
Yeah.
Adam Slade, oh, he's saying something. He's on about the Forest of Dean, which we'll talk about in a bit.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think we'll just quickly rattle through the our partners, our channel sponsors.
Carry on.
We have Trailhead,
Mud Hugger,
V-Tire,
Bum Butter,
Invisiframe,
the Mountain Bike Adventure Portugal,
Saks Underwear,
and
of course.
it's put here, Muck Off. But I
Yeah.
actually looked at it then and thought something else. You've done it in capital
Yes,
letters.
yes.
But I
I
wouldn't
left
say
that
that
one
to our
off,
I wouldn't say
yeah.
that to our lovely viewers, no.
Well, we got 5 minutes till photo of the week, so I think we'll get another 5 minutes of your
Get a bit more out of
your
you.
story.
Yeah.
So you'd arrived at the airport, is that
Right
right?
at the airport, yeah. Jumped an ambulance and they took me to another hospital. It wasn't one I was supposed to go into. It wasn't a trauma unit. They weren't prepared for me, so
Right.
they took me in there.
What
Back-
sort of time was this?
I said, like now, I said they'd got some morphine into me by then, and I said just.
You didn't care then, did you?
No, I just wanted to get fixed. Jay had a nice helicopter ride, took in the views, but
Nice.
yeah, so
Probably some benefits, aren't there?
so got there. Obviously, they turned me around, got to the right hospital. By the time I got to the right hospital, he wished me straight in. Obviously, knew straight away huge hemothorax, which had collapsed lung. So I remember saying to the bloke there, I said, look, I said I'm quite tolerant to anaesthetic. I said, I think he started cutting into my side, and so I can feel that. And he's like, you can't feel that. I said, look, I can. So I had a couple more jabs of anaesthetic. So they had to get an incision in quick because my lung had been collapsed so long to get the pipe into the chest cavity so I could reinflate my lung. Did that in and out of MRIs, scans and what have you.
So you're, if you just want to tell our lovely viewers what you do for a living.
Self-employed mechanic.
But it sounds like if that fails, you could just become a doctor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
have a go. I
There's
know.
not much you don't know, really, is there?
Femurs are still intact. I know that.
Oh right. So
Yeah,
if you've broken both of them, you'd be qualified then.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go.
But no, well that no, so it was good. They got the chest drain in. Got that in. I got lines into me, and then I said just in and out of X-rays, MRIs, CTs, try and get a diagnosis. And obviously I spent a week in hospital then.
So you had a few issues in hospital then, didn't you? First of all, let's talk about your little friend over the way on the same ward.
That was a nightmare.
So you know, where was it? Stockport?
Salford.
So this is literally down the road from Moss Side, which is,
it?
as for anyone who doesn't know, is a pretty rough-ass place.
I'm sure there are some nice
Nice
people
places,
on our
but there's also a lot of gangsters.
Yeah.
of which one, whose head had been caved in with a hammer,
I felt so sorry for nurses.
was opposite you, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's just two doors down. So.
And you said to me you feared for your life more from him and his mates than anything to do with the injuries.
It was rough, to be fair. Like I said, I just opened your eyes up to how good hospital staff are, the nurses, the doctors, everything, and what they have to put up with.
Tell us about what was going on with him then.
So basically, what he'd been doing, this lad had been in hospital, he'd had, for whatever reason, he'd broken his neck, and like in a bad way. The nurse said that all was holding his head on was his collar, and he kept trying to discharge himself. And what he was doing, he kept drawing the curtains around his cubicle at night and trying to sneak people into his room. And I couldn't go what was going on, just thought it was this girl, and he's on the PlayStation, effing and blind, cursed, but the nurses, all the names under the sun. And they were just having a hard time with him. So the one night, lights off, everything, he got people in his cubicle, and all of a sudden this girl's going to the door, because they're like open access doors for security to get in, opens the door and lets these two blokes in.
Yeah.
And these two blokes, like, pretty rough, yardy like blokes, and they're trying to drag another bloke out of his hospital bed. They said, you can discharge yourself, can't you? Discharge yourself, you don't want to be in here, do you? And I thought, are they mates? I thought they mates started. They're trying to get this lad to discharge him. Come out, you can discharge yourself, you don't want to be here. Tell the doctor, you don't tell the nurse, you don't want to be in here, do you? And they're saying, well, I really think he should stay in. He's had quite a substantial head injury. Instead, the bloke was saying, yeah, I think I ought to stay in here before I sort my head out. And they go, no, you don't want to be out of here. So in the end, they let these two other blokes in. This other, I don't know what the involvement was with these people, but basically pulled this other bloke out of his hospital bed and down the corridor, and he had a shoe in outside.
Beat him up outside?
Yeah. It was
in rough. The corridor?
Down the corridor from everything. I was laying in bed at the time, obviously, because I couldn't have my brace or anything, I couldn't move. I had quite a bit of pain. I was thinking, like, if this kicks off in here, how the hell am I going to get out of my hospital bed? Yeah. I thought, how am I going to get in my bed? I thought, I can't move. And no, it was rough, and some of the things he's saying, I can't repeat some of the stuff he was saying to the nurse. He was a really vile bloke. And we had not a better nurse, we had another nurse on the next night. He tried to pull the same stunt again, but this nurse, bless her, she was absolutely amazing. She managed to get these girls out and got them out of the room, because in the end this lad discharged himself, and they told him not to go with an unstable fracture in his neck. And she said, literally, if he trips over a curb or anything, 19-year-old lad this was, and he was just literally gone in there because he had his head stoved in with a hammer. And like, he was on the phone, he was running a drugs racket on the phone.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing, he was trying to get people to run stuff to him, and it was scary, but she managed
to kick... Billy.
Yeah.
It only happened to
Billy.
Billy.
No, she managed to kick these girls, the nurse managed to get these girls out of the hospital, nothing. Then the next day this lad discharged himself.
Yeah.
With
Right.
Yeah, I was, but I thought, I just really opened my eyes, like, how lucky we are and how grateful we are to have NHS and good people around. So the lengths these people go to, like, they're taking their own lives and risking things in their own hands just to get us better. It's scary.
So, before we carry on a bit more, what's up next, Stu? 8 o'clock?
It is, it's the, I'm half asleep.
Trailhead.
I'm trying to read your writing, well actually it's typing. So
trying to read my typing.
It's the Trailhead photo of the week.
So, it was just sent in by Doc.
So, this is sent in by Dave Lawley, and it's young Radboy. I think it's down at FOB, to be honest.
Is young Radboy his youngest?
Yeah. So it's Radboy who's young.
Is the nutter,
Archie.
Young
Archie.
Young Archie, but he likes to be known as Radboy, doesn't he? And it's just a cool little picture.
Was he 8?
8.
He's 8,
yeah, and he rips.
Yeah, and I've got to say, this weekend, we'll talk about it shortly, but this is Archie's first ever race, and on the Saturday, he's well known as a crasher. You get on well with him. Down on the car park, big old crash, bacon all down his arms were all sore, and it was boiling hot the weekend, wasn't it? And he had to ride in this like thick coat just to protect himself.
Nice.
He still wanted to race.
Fair play.
Never give up.
No, and he did his first race, and it was quite a tough course. So just wicked seeing the young kids up and coming and getting better.
Get on with it, yeah.
Yeah, it's well good, really good.
So we'll wrap this up now, I think, with Billy. I think finally you had one more complication, didn't you, with the infection? Is that right?
Yeah, I got an infection in the side of my chest.
Just like the icing on the cake, that was, wasn't it?
Yeah, so the chest wound, where the chest drain was, it got infected on my sutures burst.
Yeah. On
my side, it got infected, so I had to have that scrubbed and re-stitched.
Yeah.
That was nice. So.
Well, it's okay now.
Yeah, it's cool. It's just healed up the last couple of nights, to be fair. it's been sore. I said I've had a bit of seepage, but I said that's just the depth of the wound. It's not like a flesh wound because it's right through your chest cavity, through your ribs, and obviously through all your muscle and that, and in there. So.
But you're on the straight and narrow.
On the straight and narrow, yeah.
That's good.
Doing this for a couple of months, and
maybe you could explain to people who are wondering about the old harness you've got on there.
Yeah.
So exactly what it does.
Yeah,
A lot of people, I'm sure, are curious.
Yeah. I actually saw some of the weekends. Oh, you've been on a walking holiday. Like, no. No. So this is just trying to keep me no range of movement from my back. I've got to do everything through my legs and my hips just to keep my back stable. I had two choices. I had choice of surgery, which they wanted to put titanium rod in my back. Well, three choices: titanium rod, fuse the vertebrae. So if I fuse the vertebrae, as I get older, I get curvature of the spine.
Yeah.
They've got titanium rod in. They said, well, it's against the doctor's advice to do any extreme sport or anything again. So if you break your back next time, you'll break it top and bottom. Yeah. Or heal naturally. Longest way to do it, but a better result getting a.
I don't blame you what you've done not having it, because I was meant to have that when I was early 20s. I was meant to have steel rods and sort of cemented together, and I decided against it, and it's the best decision I made. I think.
Just get it all done when we're about 70. Like Steve Austin.
That's it.
Coyne wants to know when you're going to be back on your bike, and there's two answers to this. There's one that you can tell us quietly, and the one that you need to tell Jade.
No, I've got to be really realistic this time. Obviously, back or neck's not good, and don't get me wrong. In my head, I could ride in 6 weeks' time. I'm not going to. I'm not. It's going to be. It's a. I'm going to recover properly. I want to be fit.
That's a no. I want a no from the wife.
I just want to. Not only do I want to be fit, I don't want to be fit. I want to be strong. I want to be fit. I want to be in control. So I've got some good people around me.
Yeah.
Jamie Lamb.
So realistically, how long do you think?
It's going to be after Christmas.
After Christmas.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Well,
debatable.
No. So.
But you're going to improve. You're a fit lad.
Yeah,
You're obviously going to be on the men pretty.
Yeah,
you've got loads of
really good people around.
Cool people
around.
Physios,
Those are some
trainers.
people you want to thank.
Yeah, massively, loads of people. So obviously, thank mainly friends and family, the support, everyone that's been in to see me. I want to thank. I think it is Steve Can't Quit Cartel. He broke his back in a mountain biking accident, and he's been so much full of advice, information, absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Adele Tyson, she's been on loads, messaging me saying thank you. Just loads of stuff. Jaddy, 6'7", fracturation, he's been amazing, sent me a shirt through. Yeah. All the lads at Saddleback, they've all been sending me loads of messages. Obviously, Will and Michelle at Blazing Bikes.
Did your Envies take it? Have you running
Hopes, mate.
Oh, Hopes, no,
running the Hopes. And obviously, I even had a message off.
There's no damage to your bike, is there?
No, bike's mint.
Yeah.
Absolutely mint. Yeah. I had a message off Johan Brelli. Messaged me on Insta, get well soon, and I've had some really cool people. It just shows,
doesn't it? Really, we're all in it for
the support in the mountain bike community.
Same thing, yeah.
Even like old motocross friends, any racing communities I've been involved with, everyone's been there, and it's not just people saying, "Oh, anything you want." It's been people been round to my house. I sent a lot of close friends. I said, "Vinny and Coop fired up to see me." Obviously, you fired up, and there's so many other people that wanted to come up, and I just wasn't in a fit state. Well, you saw me. I was in a bad way in hospital. So.
It just shows, doesn't it, that we're all rivals when we're racing each other, but when it comes to the crunch,
I'm just imagining him
for each other.
With the 999 Scouswoman, and he's like full on South Shropshire.
Yeah.
Shag.
Yeah.
What's your problem, kid?
I just like no, I'm okay. So I'm breaking me back. I'm struggling to breathe. Do you think you can get a helicopter out to me, please? And she's like, yeah.
The problem is you get a lot of people who'll say that, and they've done.
I think the biggest thing is I spoke to my doctor about it when I went out. I went to see the doctor, had my stitches out, and he said, I said, look, I don't want to complain. He said, you need to make people aware of what has happened. So I said, heaven forbid it happened. I wouldn't want it to happen to somebody else. And I said, it's just the protocol. Something went wrong with the protocol on the other side of the phone. There's a lot of first responders in the area. Obviously, there's Shrewsbury, there's Welshpool, there's Craven Arms. Yeah. There's first responders in the area. I reckon there's 3 in about 10 mile radius. And for whatever reason happened, I don't know if it's because people cry wolf, or if there's a stigmatism towards
mountain bikers,
younger people.
Extreme.
Yeah, but there was something went wrong, so just got to make people aware, really. But it's one of them. It is what it is. I'm okay. I just hate for it to happen to anybody else. And said somebody could have been worse. Could have gone the other way.
Yeah, so, exactly. But you're still here.
I'm still here.
And you'll be back.
Yeah. Thanks.
Anything else on your list you want to mention?
I just want to say a massive thank you to obviously Brecon Mountain Rescue, Salford Royal Hospital, the staff and everyone there is absolutely amazing. And St Athens Coast Guard, lads in the helicopter are awesome. Everyone was just so good. Like even I see the mountain rescue, it was asking, what do you think? They wanted to take me down my trail.
Really?
I said maybe we should try and go back up the top. You're asking me, keeping me involved, which way do you want to get off the hill, which way do you think safe? But everyone's absolutely amazing. So I'll be doing some fundraising for definitely for the Coast Guard and the mountain rescue team.
I'm sure we can give you some publicity on that.
We'll get out on that anyway, because it is a very deserved cause, especially for mountain bikers that are in out of areas, black spots that you can't really get to road ambulance. So massive respect and a massive thank you. Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's still here.
Yeah.
We've heard enough.
We've heard enough off you. We've got more things to get through.
No panic.
So, do you want to stay there for the rest of the show? Or
yeah, of course he does. Do you want him? Are you comfortable?
I'm alright.
Need a cuddle or you're alright?
I'm alright.
Okay. Right. Stu, what did you do on the weekend?
I went motorbiking.
You did, didn't you?
Can we say that word?
See, I've got the
You can say it.
Motocrossing.
You say it and move on from it.
No, I want to talk about it.
Okay.
Now, my youngest, Louis.
I sound like I don't like motorbiking, and that's not true. I do like
He does
Just not very good at it. Yeah.
My youngest, Louis, he's probably watching now. He's been miles with me for ages. He wanted to go and have a go on this PW. A friend of ours has got one, so I took him down to Gaz's track.
Yeah.
And
cool.
we had a ride round. I had a go on my mate's 450, and if my wife's watching, I really need to get a bike again. Maybe at the weekend. We'll see. So Carrie was working all weekend, took the kids down there, rode motocross Saturday,
Cool.
then went to the Forest of Dean all weekend.
Midge downhill?
MIJ downhill.
I always say Midge. I think
Yeah, you can say that.
It's my name backwards, isn't
You
it?
can say that. Went down there, camped, barbecue, kids played with fire, that sort of thing really.
As you do.
Yeah, as you do. Raced yesterday, got second, wasn't good enough.
First loser.
I got beaten, but we had a wicked weekend and it was just good.
Might as well quit.
You got racing.
You got beaten in the sandbag category.
Thanks for that. He's saying what his motorbike sounds like.
Yeah.
That's no
Full of
apple
piss and wind.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good, but yeah, those races are great fun for anybody that's wants to get into racing. I wouldn't say it's beginners race so much. I mean, the Forest of Dean, the trails are, a lot of them are quite mellow, but there's certain parts of the track day race
aspect in, things are going to be challenging. If you want to improve, do better, beat your times, beat your mates.
Yeah, but for anybody that wants to go and have a laugh, that's the place to go. It's brilliant. So big thanks to Ian Bray and his crew for that. It was really good. What did you do?
I went to, well, I'll tell you what I'll do in a minute once we've done product of the week, because I'm just keeping an eye on the time. It's 8:10, which is our product of the week time. It's a nice simple one as well. So we've got our products, haven't we, really, nowadays? Product and muck-off product. First product.
That's sick, I got one of them.
Have you?
Yeah, brilliant.
Just been sent this.
Really good piece of kit.
Toe Peak Smart Gauge D2.
Yeah.
Don't know what the D2 means, I should do, but so
Schrader or Presta.
Yeah, Schrader or Presta. It says in Dunlop or something as well, but I think that's I don't know what that's all about. And it tells you when you two different measurements, swivel body like that, which is handy. How many times have you used one that doesn't move and it's in the wrong position? You have to get around the other side of the bike. Quite annoying.
Release the pressure out on the button there.
And it works nicely at low pressure as well for you fat bikes or plus size tyres. They're all on the lower pressures now, aren't they?
Bar, KPA and PSI.
Yeah, that's it. He's good at this, isn't he? He's got him. So what else have we got?
How much is that? How much is that?
That is $29.99 and it's from Toe Peak. That's about all we need to say about that, really. It's brilliant. So I used it at the weekend
Yeah, good piece of kit.
on that lovely bicycle of mine. And this is the other one, Bike Protect from Muck-Off.
So if I'd have sprayed that on my bike before I crashed, I would have crashed.
No, because it only protected your bike. You should have sprayed it on yourself.
You'd have been alright there.
It's water dispersant, high oil content, 500ml, just under a tenner.
That's very detailed.
Just under a tenner.
What's it do?
You spray it on your bike and it'll stop
Probably resist
any
mud
crap
stuff.
sticking on it. Make sure you clean your
Just going back to
rotors.
last week's product of the week, the Muck-Off foam spray, which is
we both use that.
The nice stuff that you put on your smelly kit, if you've got a weekend away, and you don't always you're not always able
Helmet
to wash your
liners,
kit
pads.
in between. Yeah, you spray this foam on. I tried it the weekend, and we've had a conversation.
Yeah.
And we were both a little bit. Ooh, sure that's right. Because I thought it was just going to be like a spray thing that comes out and it smells nice and all this. Sprayed it, it's literally like a pile of foam,
Yeah.
like this big, and I
I
sprayed it
didn't
all
quite know
over
what
my
to do
body
with it
arm,
when
and I
I'd
thought,
done
oh,
it.
bloody hell, we're in trouble now. But you kind of rub it into it and it sort of
It
disperses.
does smell sweet, doesn't it?
And it smells great after.
Yeah.
It's a good product.
So
It
that's
does get
our
a bit
products.
smelly after a few days.
Shower in a can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Our
it.
products covered. Myself, I'll go in backwards order because the Sunday's a nice quick one. I went out on the road bike with Todd. I've been given a road bike, which is very nice with a friend.
You got given something.
Yes.
For a
yeah.
change.
It's a second hand one. It's a mate's old practice bike. It'll do me. I don't think you need a trick road bike.
Second hand, you say, yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow, I bet that hurt.
Hey? No, it's all right.
Is that you
It's
accepted
all right.
it, have you?
It's all right. It's Malky. So yeah, but I went with Todd and he beat his road record. He did 65k.
Good lad.
Kitty.
Which is
Awesome.
pretty impressive. That was yesterday, and I was very tired today.
Oh, he's there. Yeah, he does
Well
look
done.
tired, yeah.
So Saturday, the day before then, it was a Welsh enduro race at Llandegla. I went with my friend Coyne, who's just the day before picked up his new Orange Stage 6 from the trailhead. He was very excited about it, and it was out of the blue. He wasn't expecting it, so he'd got an entry anyway, and he was absolutely buzzing. He thought he was going to do it on his hardtail. So he was buzzing. He loved the bike, and then obviously this is the first proper outing on the Fat Lab.
So they catch him off piste, didn't they?
Yes, they had 2 stages had off piste, and it was decent off piste as
Cool.
well. And also, I mean, it's trail centre a lot of it, and we were a bit like, well, we'll do it, but it was so good because we rode with Meg as well, and Coyne was buzzing.
Yeah, new bike.
You know, she's always happy,
Good
and
fat.
she.
And you
Meg.
like your bike?
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, got me
Best
fourth.
bike you've ever rode?
Oh, getting
I'll ask
there.
you that.
It's getting there. I don't like to say that anymore because I get the piss taken out of me.
Never said it before.
It's a very, very good bike. I think,
looks
yeah,
very
my
cool.
only thing I'd say at the moment, which is being sorted, is it could do the climb switch because it's got the deluxe shock, not the super deluxe, which doesn't have a climb switch. So
Yeah, buy him to go uphill.
I know, yeah. But if you can make it easier uphill,
Yeah,
it
that's
climbs well when you sat down, but without a climb switch, when you stand up, there's a bit of bob which can be eliminated. So yeah, I got fourth. I was dead happy with that.
That's
really
good.
happy.
Back on the horse then.
Yeah. It took a little bit of getting used to being on a light bike again
Yeah.
that actually do take off on jumps.
Is that quite light then?
Yeah, it's pretty light. Yeah, it's got some. For all the bike geeks out there, I've actually got. I haven't released these yet. Anyone who likes to know about geometry, I'll quickly run through these. 66.1 degree head angle, 452 mil stays, 462 mil reach, 74 degree seat angle, 1227 mil wheelbase, and a 483 mil seat tube. A lot of people will be going, and then there'll be some bike geeks out there going, ooh, very interesting.
What head angle you say it was? 66?
66.1.
How did you find that then?
Really, I was surprised how much I like it actually. Yeah.
Because you come from 63?
2.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they
One
say,
extreme down.
nowadays they're saying 65 on a 29. That's 66, and yeah, felt I'm in. At no point do I think, oh, this is too sketchy or sharp.
Yeah.
So
Very
yeah,
good.
it was good. Have we got any comments?
We've got a couple. We've got one from Craig Rose. Good to see you up and about, Bill.
Cheers,
Take your
Rosie.
time with the recovery. The bike will wait for you, apparently.
Yeah.
Bike's flying.
What's happening with the bike? Are you
she's
going to
gleaming.
keep it, or are you going to vlog it and then get another one when
No,
you're
I'm,
back?
I'm going to keep my bike for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love the bike, so it'll be there. It's there for when I get back to it.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
no, that's the plan.
So the bike will wait. Got one for you, Jim,
yeah.
from Tim Lever. Get on the CX, Jim. I picked up the SC Stigmata from Sandy, and it's awesome.
I'd like to have a go of a cyclocross in the winter. I want to get some to try and just make a film out of just trying a cyclocross race. Never done one. I like to try everything once.
Yeah,
Except for murder.
Yeah. Mr. Crookshire,
Yeah.
another question for you, Jimmy, is are you come down to the trails this week?
I might do.
Yeah.
Might do.
Do some dirt jumping.
Problem is, I'm going to the Isle of Man on Thursday.
To see whether or not he gets the go-ahead for playing on the trails tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night?
Yeah.
I might do. Fancy going, Todd? That's a yes then.
That's a yes then.
That's a yes.
We'll see you
the
there.
trails.
That's it for the minute.
So,
Happenings.
What have we got a video lined up, Doc?
Yeah.
This might be a little bit. We didn't know whether to run this or not because this is all over the internet.
This ain't
today.
mega avalanche.
This
is
is the mega avalanche that's just gone on. We've had. It's running it now. This is somebody who it would appear.
Well, that's the name this man. Here we go.
Cheating bastard.
So, Stu and I have studied this. We've watched it a lot, haven't we, to make sure that the same person who now there, well, you've already seen it, the person who comes back and you see the race number, etc. It's definitely the same person, isn't it? We've looked at it 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
It appears to be, yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly appears to be.
So
we're not going to mention any names, are we?
No,
Because
definitely not.
it's all speculation.
But, yeah, it is. Yeah.
But
Looks a
I
nice
think-
focus bike, that, wasn't it? Yeah. Factory focus, maybe.
But if that is the case, and it was blatant, I think that's shit.
So I think it's absolutely
Shame.
awful. That's proper blatant cheating. It looks like,
Yeah.
doesn't it? So I'll just run through who's done well out of the British and Irish. I never know whether you meant to say that or do you. Oh, I don't really know.
Yeah.
But anyway, first of all, first is French, as we expect. Who was it?
Damien Otton.
Damien Otton.
Smoked it.
Yeah. So 14th place, Grant Kellen from Ireland.
Keelan.
It's Keelan. Do you
Keelan
know
Grant.
him?
I know Keelan Grant.
Oh, it's Keelan Grant.
It is.
So, right, okay. I didn't know whether it was Keelan Grant or Grant Keelan, but his name must have been the wrong way around on the results.
There you go, mate.
23rd, Chris Hutchinson.
Good old Dutch.
25th, Craig Evans. Fair play, 'cause he's quite pedalling. He doesn't like to pedal, does he?
For a lazy sod, that's
Yeah.
a good
He can
result.
ride.
27th is a chap called Joe Connell who rides for Focus. Leave that one there. That's quite a good achievement, isn't it? Must have had some hellish lines. 29th is Scott Wallace. He's another Irish lad. 34th, Ed Roberts. 37th, Joe Young. 39th, Lewis Bradley.
I like that.
Yeah, our mate who's been on the show.
Welsh gravity boy.
Fair play to him,
Yeah,
very
right.
impressive. That's his handguards, that is.
Must have been.
We're using to dig out the snow.
Yeah, 42nd, Richard Thomas. 55th, Ben Deacon, who I've just been texting, and that was his GoPro footage, wasn't it? And 60th, John O'Jones, and 65th, Josh Bryceland. You ever heard of him?
No.
I hope he drove
Some
it.
good rides in there.
So it looked like the weather was alright. Although
Yeah.
I did hear, could
Oh,
they
they
not
didn't go
start
from the top, did they?
No,
because
because of the wind.
Thunderstorms and wind.
the wind stopped the top lift, so I wasn't that gutted that I didn't go in the end.
They never started on the snow section, they started halfway. Well, I
Shame,
started down the
really.
Neffler station.
Trouble is that far from the valley floor.
Yeah.
You know, the weather changes so much.
Like,
So
I was talking to a lot of people on social media, so it was absolutely rife, this cutting. There's no excuse for it to start, but they said there was people going down fire roads.
No, I saw
Came
that when
across
I
it.
did it that time when
And
it
I
was
said, I
terrible
think
weather.
even
Yeah.
Johan Borelli put a post up saying like Spirit Enduro, said the last couple of races have been amazing. Said Ireland and France, massive group of riders, massive camaraderie, and they said you go to this.
Yeah.
He said it was just. He
It'll
said
be interesting to see what happens with that rider now, because
well,
you know the name's out there. And
there's course
people
cutting,
know.
and there's a sneaky line, and then there's
Yeah.
lately taking place. And
Yeah, yeah.
Can we
Well,
talk? You finished?
Yeah.
You alright? Okay.
Have you
Carry on
finished?
then. You finished? Can I finish? There's a few people that know about that, but not a lot. Let's talk about the World Cup.
Yeah.
5th round, Lenzerheide, I
Yeah.
think it's pronounced. Do you know what happened?
the other day, old man.
Well, I know what happened, I was asking you. You don't, obviously. Right, okay. Greg Minnaar wins again. Such a humble dude. He's
He's
ace.
ace, isn't
He's
he?
brilliant.
Top bloke.
he come down and I think he put a couple of seconds in. Gwynny was up and he punctured, and fair dues to Greg, he said he was going faster. Nobody likes to win a race like that, but he's so in touch with, you know, how to say the right thing, and he's just an honest, decent chap.
Yeah.
And he wasn't, you know, blowing his own trumpet, nothing like that. So, but again, still awesome. He's had 75 podium appearances in his career, which is a lot.
Wow.
He is the GOAT.
Yeah,
he is the greatest of all time. He's had 21 World Cup wins, which I think is 3 more than any other rider ever.
Yeah.
Certainly in the men's.
Yeah.
I don't know about the women's, but that's just a big deal, isn't it? So that was really cool. I'll do my usual. We'll go through a quick list. So Greg wins, Troy second, another great result. Danny Hart third again,
Ace.
brilliant. Laurie Greenland, little Laurie Greenland fourth, brilliant.
He's on fire, isn't he, at the moment?
Factory Phil, Atwell.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was
So that's
Good one.
Fastest tash in the country.
it is fastest tash.
Hell of a tash.
Massively impressive. It was a fast track, gnarly track. So
Did you watch it today?
Yeah,
I did.
well, sort of. It was on in the van while I was driving down, and the kids watched it, and I sort of listened.
How about our local boys, Matt Simmons and Mark Beaumont?
Top 20.
Both in the top 20.
Slugger back in the top 20,
Wow,
so that's really cool.
good.
Simo back in there. Brayton 13th, so back on the horse again, that's good. Joe Smith 19th, Simo 20th. Elliot Heap, young Elliot that come, he was on the show once, 24th.
Real good ride.
So that's a great ride. And G's back on it. So I think he was sort of mentioning that it's good to get back on the bike. Obviously,
Was he on 650 wheels? G?
Yes.
Yeah. No
I
bum
said that without
buzzing.
even moving mouth.
You don't know.
No bum buzzing none on the
So I've
tyre.
been sat on my arse on the sofa for 2 weeks doing nothing.
That is true, yeah.
So,
I get
so
quite
you
bored.
are our PR man.
Yeah.
But yeah, 30th, which doesn't sound very impressive, but considering he's been absolutely knackered with the injury, to
Yeah.
come back, it's always hard to get back up to speed,
Yeah.
especially on the downhill. So
I
it's
saw
good to see
some
him
of his
back.
social media posts saying he was just making up the numbers.
I think that's a bit unfair, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not, was it? No, he said that.
Oh, he
himself,
thought he
yeah,
was.
which I thought, you know,
Well,
yeah, Afton's got a sense of humour, that's unusual.
Well, Rach said that as well, didn't she?
Yeah.
She's back up there again.
so yeah, Rach managed the second, Miriam Nicole wins again, Siegenthaler third, Tarni fifth.
Yeah.
So
Didn't Tani she slipped out on a corner, didn't
yeah, but I mean the ladies is turning out to be a really
she? Yeah.
good to see. Well, the men's as well. I mean, it's just any old out at the minute. It's all. I mean, Greg's obviously he's looking good, but anybody could get up there in the blokes. So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Joe Breeden
Yes.
second. Finally, he's been
Yeah.
hampered with 6
Brilliant.
places, which is amazing.
Brilliant.
But finally,
Very pleased with him. Such a nice, humble lad.
and hard working.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he qualified second and he finished second, only
Yeah.
a second behind the main man, Finn Eales, which is
Wow.
just a nuts result. Really good.
So, yeah, Millway put a post up about how hard Joe Breeden's been working, so absolutely chuffed for him, made up. Like.
Yeah. So no Matt Walker in the qualifying or the final, so I don't know the reason for that yet. So whether or not he
I
did
think he's
crash.
pregnant.
He's what?
He's pregnant. Maybe not, I don't know. Just
Okay,
just
moving
a
on.
guess.
Just had a message off Mr.
Really?
Cookshire.
Buy businesses.
I can't repeat that.
Yes.
So that's kind of the news from the World Cup, but looked another good race.
Coming up,
Yeah.
like I mentioned before, just quickly, I'll be in the Isle of Man. Doc and I are going from Thursday onwards with, we're hooking up with Ben Moore, the Factory Orange rider, and going over for their 2-day Manx Extreme Enduro. And we'll be doing a lot of filming and bring some cool stuff back. That's I'm very excited about that. I bet you're a bit gutted. You
I am a
missing
bit
that, aren't
gutted, yeah, but we're going to Riola.
you? Yeah.
So it's the what is it, 4th round, 5th round of the Peer Series.
Yeah.
And I've been to Riola for years. I mean, you remember that? It was
Yeah,
a pretty
yeah.
mental track, one of the
We used
first
to do that
dragon
back
track.
in the day, didn't we?
Yeah. So any old schoolers out there that remember the early days, and that's 20 years old. That
Yeah.
track, at least. So
I see our AJ Jones on social media today
has he been piping up? Has he?
debating an entry there. It'd be good to see him going down there,
Yeah.
smashing it.
Yeah, I think quite a, a lot of the old guys will come out the woodwork to have a go at that. So it should be a good weekend there, yeah.
For anyone who wants to have a look at on our YouTube channel, we've got some little edits up at the moment. Got one on, could save you a couple of quid on how to fix a slashed tubeless tyre, which not many people have done that film, so well, that sort of mini edit. Put that up there and check it out. We've got loads of little films, unboxing, all kinds of things, haven't we, Doc?
Yeah. I've had a message in off Carrie Hughes saying, following Stu's request for a motocross bike, she's just ordered you one. We'll be here for the weekend, and anyone who wants to have a look on our Facebook page, there's a really cool picture of it on there. I would try and put it up on screen, but I think it might go wrong. So
I
check
wouldn't
out
know
the Facebook
myself to
page.
even look, because I know it'll be something stupid.
But she's getting you a motorbike, dude. You got a lovely wife.
Spoilt man.
So also on talking about Landegler and our little edits, I did something a little bit different this weekend. Rather than doing a race edit, what I did was
Put the GoPro on faster.
yeah, that's not hard. Myself and Coiny between us we've done a little edit on how to race enduro. So just loads and loads of tips throughout the day, from preparation, mindset, how much you should be pushing, all that kind of thing. And I think, judging by what Doc said, hopefully it should be pretty cool, shouldn't it? You've done a bit of filming as well, didn't you?
Yeah, the Welsh enduro.
Yeah.
We up on Wednesday night, guys.
Looking forward to that one.
And then Stu's new motorbike is
sod.
actually up on screen at the moment.
Brilliant, can't wait to get on that.
What's that?
There's one for you
It's
and
a
Louis,
model,
isn't it?
it's a toy model. Very funny, thanks. Love.
We need to do a quick competition, don't we? This is for the YouTube viewers, not the folks in here. And this will be for a cap. I think that's what we've got at the moment. We've just ordered a load. We've got to go pick them up actually. So Billy, you can do that. You're not working. What make and model of bike did Billy crash? So the first person to come out with that, you know that, don't you?
I
Doc?
got my eye on it. Have you got your eye on it?
I got my eye on it.
You got your contacts in?
I have. No.
Anything come up yet?
No one's interested really.
No.
Yeah, we got one.
Oh, here we go. Dylan Jewell.
Dylan Jewell.
Intense.
Yes.
Is that enough?
Intense
I
what?
suppose it is, isn't it?
Intense
we
what?
didn't say what it was.
I did say make and model.
Make a model.
Okay, well in that case, Intense Tracer.
Yeah,
That's
that's the one.
Ben Ickin.
Yeah, well
Well
done.
Ben.
God, he's winning some, isn't he? He wins every week.
Yes, there must be another bloke who's sat on his backside doing nothing,
Yeah.
collecting
So
information.
in here,
I'd swap with you any day now, honestly.
I
this
say
is
bloke,
for-
I know he's a young lad.
this is for our pub crowd, of which Sandy is going to give a prize. He hasn't brought one, but
He's going to give that hat away if
I'll
anybody
give
wants it.
I'll give one of those hats away.
thank you very much. That's very nice of you. These aren't cheap hats either, are they? What model fat bike? Sorry, ooh, terrible thing to say. What model fat lab is this? You said that first.
Who's going to fight each other for that?
Okay. Decide who's won it, and then
Give them
can
half
get
a
that.
cap each.
Yeah.
Give it to Andy, leave with the cap on Saturday.
Okay.
Who won it then? Okay.
Well done. I think we're about there, aren't we?
A couple of comments.
Go on, Todd. Todd. Go on, Todd.
Come on, Dad, get your contacts
I was
in.
used to saying that on road bike the other night.
One's for your mother-in-law. Elaine Evans says thanks for the shout out, guys, because she always comes and supports us. doesn't she?
Yeah, she's had her foot operated on, so she's at our house.
Oh,
my
brilliant.
mother-in-law at our house.
Oh, brilliant.
Every married bloke's dream.
That's awesome, isn't it? Mine lives in Spain.
Yeah, lucky
It's awesome.
sod.
I know.
I'll see you
Probably
later
watch
on.
this.
See you later on, Elaine. Better have a brew ready.
Neil Slade says good riding Sunday, Stu. Right, Neil. That's Jack Slade's dad,
Yeah.
and his brother Adam. He's fast.
The trouble with Jack, never arrives on time. Jack Slade. You get it? Oh, shit.
Okay, I thought. Right, I'll just sweep the tumbleweed out of the way. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Nothing else to report, apart from one thing I do want to say.
I love you too.
It's a
Oh, sorry.
It's a bit of a moan.
Yeah.
At the Forest of Dean, while we were racing.
Oh yeah.
And
I
it's
know
worth
what this is.
mentioning.
Yes.
People finish their runs. I know you're all sort of hot and excited about what you've done and all that. From the bottom of the corkscrew, somebody, I won't mention who, rode the bike all the way down to the car park. And for any of you that have been there, it's hard pack. And the silly sod fell off and smacked his head.
With no helmet on.
With no helmet on. And, you know, it was a youth rider. So kids...
It's a hospital job, was it?
I don't know, but the paramedics had to go and deal with it. There was a hold up on the race. It's not cool to not wear a helmet.
Yeah.
Those days are gone.
Definitely not cool.
If you're riding your bike, you should be wearing a helmet.
This
Simple
is
as that.
It's almost a different thing, but it's the same idea. You know, when people put up this stuff, like you see all these edits on Facebook, and the BMX the street, whatever blokes.
Yeah.
Gosh, I sound old saying that. The street whatever blokes.
Yeah.
Pulling some mad stuff with no lids on. I just think
that's the BMX scene. It's always been like it.
Big people sponsor them.
Yeah.
I think,
but
I wouldn't sponsor that.
It's part of the culture. But we're talking about mountain biking, and it's just stupid.
You've only got one head.
Yeah, it's just stupid.
And back and ribs.
Yeah. So get a lid on.
Rib, have you? You've got one set of ribs.
Sorry to sound like a boring dad, but it's
get that protective gear on.
Yeah.
So just to remind folk, we have our merchandise. We've got our new batch of caps. You see the one? Is that on there, Doc? Can you see that on the screen? Put it on the man.
Jim's
there.
wearing that.
Yeah.
Very good.
So we've got our caps and we've got our hoodies. You can see the hoodie there next to Stu, and other bits and pieces are all up for sale. If you go on our Facebook page, just time to read out our Instagram names. I'm at Jim Buchanan 955.
At Loose Kid MX.
Hughes 954.
And I'm at Dockerpod.
So that's about it. Thank you very much for joining us live from Albert's shed in Shrewsbury, brought to you by Muckoff, and we'll be here next week when we will be back from the Isle of Man and we will have Ben Moore with us.
Brilliant. And thanks for everybody for coming.
Thank you very much. See you later.
See you soon.